Then there's the virtualization of services. Many of my multinational clients are moving into the cloud. That is, they're moving great chunks of their IT systems into the place where most of us went years ago in our personal lives. You've probably got a Google Gmail account, or you have a YouTube account, or you've got Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter. All of these are cloud services. We've been living in the cloud personally, as indeed all of your staff are in the cloud in their personal lives, because life's too short to keep backing up your own photographs on a hard drive. But what's happening now is the second phase is companies, organizations, professional services moving into the same cloud. Why? Because it's too expensive to form stuff yourselves. By the way, if we're thinking of even web-based developing software, developing reliable, hard-secure hardware systems, web-based technologies and so on, they're so expensive to do. This is one of the reasons why we're seeing mergers happen. It's just the capital required to keep pace with what's going on. And then we're thinking about outsourcing to the 1 billion children who will soon be adults who are alive today, in a world in Europe where we need 4 couples to produce a single great-grandchild. In Germany, we have an aging population. At the same time, in India, Infosys alone is training 25,000 IT graduates every year. That's 4 times the number in the entire UK university system. And it's not just IT graduates. There are 22,000 law graduates a year in India coming out of the system, which at around 20% of the current labour cost here. We've already seen $650 million of legal processing move to India per year. This will be a $4 billion a year market by 2015. Put your hands up if you already outsourced some of your legal processes to India. Put your hands up if you know that you might do so in the next 2 or 3 years. The processes are happening. Again, I know that these apply more to some kinds of firms than others. Here is another issue, commoditized fees. How is this happening? Well, of course, everything that can be done in a reasonably standard way more than once can be commoditized. Anything that can be commoditized can be computerized, and anything that can be computerized can be done for free. Let me say that again. Anything that can be done twice can be commoditized. Anything that can be done commoditized can be computerized, and anything computerized can be done for free. So I hope that almost everything you do can't be done more than once. But if it can, we need to think about different models. And here are some people who are thinking about them. Here are some sites which are offering legal advice to your clients, or American clients actually, for $49. Fixed price, case settled, $49. Divorce Online, UK's original most trusted online divorce service, £50 and it's yours, mate. All done, no problem. Phone now. I walked into Smith's the other day. It was a big Smith's. It had to be, because of the sign for legal services. In that Smith's was a board. I think it was about as high as this screen and about as long. It was sitting on the floor, floor to ceiling, and it said, phone for free legal advice now, and here's the phone number. Who's seen those things? Have you seen those things? Here's the phone number. First consultation for free, and you're only 2 seconds away from a lawyer who's ready to speak to you now. You pick up the phone and says, hello, my name is George. I'm a fully qualified lawyer. How can I help you? What's your problem today? Does it matter? Now, actually, you could argue that's a virtual law firm arrangement. I mean, it's not that Smiths own them, I don't think. It's just a partnership. But we're talking about a different way of relating to people. It's a virtualization of the relationship. Here's another one. Just type your answer in, and any old unemployed lawyer, who might be working in your office, by the way, on the side, can answer the question for about £45, or whatever you want to pay. It's kind of auction. So you put in the question, and you see who wants to answer it, and at what price, and then they answer it for you. Free legal advice. Here we go. Does it matter? I think it might. You see, I don't think that any of these particular things are going to sort of wipe out your practice tomorrow. I really don't. But I do think that when you add the cumulative impact of all of these things together, that a significant number of the practices represented here will change significantly over the next 5 to 6 years. And the people who will do best will be the people who started to put strategies in place in 2012 to take advantage of these things. And I would say in many cases this will mean going way outside your firm. It'll mean reaching out to another firm. It'll mean 4 or 5 different firms in Surrey all deciding together to take on the threat of Tesco's Legal. It'll mean a repositioning of your web presence. Whatever it is, you can work it out. But I don't think we can just sit back and hope. And what about legal search? What about the management of knowledge? The extraordinary thing about knowledge is how quickly it's been organized, especially using forces like Google. But I'm not just talking about Google, it's Facebook as well, because it's communities of people linking to other communities who are organizing knowledge in the most powerful way. That's why Facebook is going into search. See, the most important kind of search is for you to type something in as a lawyer in your firm, and for Google to know already that you are a lawyer, that you're based in the UK, that you're mainly in family and trust law, and that when you ask a particular question, they are already looking at the kinds of things that other lawyers in the UK who are also interested in family trust law and maybe even are linked to you on Facebook or LinkedIn, and that starts to influence the kind of results that you're getting. And that is already happening. So your results are being influenced already, not just by the previous searches that you've done or the purchases you've made, but they're being influenced by the behavior of your friends, your colleagues, your networks, your associates, or even the fact that you attended a Netlaw media conference. And how does Google know that? I'll let you work that one out. So we're talking about a world where knowledge becomes contextualized by communities, where we have whole networks working together to grapple with knowledge.